I mean, where are they going to go? Right? They can't go nowhere. I'm there. They got to stay. I got a captive audience. Well, you see, it didn't matter what I'd gone through because even in that moment of time, I still had access. And the presence of God was there. And the strange thing, I think 80 was in the room and they wheeled me into the ICU for the night. The little nurse come in there and she's ready, right? She's going to pop. And she came in to look after me, and she's only got about an hour on her shift. And when she walked into the room, God spoke to me, and I looked at her. I'd never met her before. I looked at her, and I said, "Whoa, baby number 2." She looks at me. Yes. I said, "Little girl this time?" Yes. So what's all that about? You see, we need access. This world has had enough of religion. This world has had enough of just church. This world's had enough. That's why the churches are empty now. That's why nobody's coming. That's why most people don't come. Because there's no power, no anointing there. We need to have access in this house. We need to have the door opened up so when people come through, they feel the glory and the power and the anointing of God. And they recognize there's something different in the house. You know what makes it different? It's not your looks. It's not your hair. It's not your clothes. It's not the paint on the wall. But it's your access into the presence of God. And the anointing of the Holy Ghost is what brings the difference. And people begin to recognize it and say, there's something here! And not everybody stays because they won't pay the price. Right. They don't recognize what it is they're looking for. But when they find it, some say, I can't live this. But some will. There will be people that say, I'm going to live it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to walk with God. I'm going to serve God. I'm going to live for God. Because there is access in the building. You see, the responsibility lays completely on us. Do not forget that the grace of God is absolutely useless in your life without faith. Amen. Next verse. I was going to be short, but I don't have any verses there. Not only so, but with glory in tribulations also. Knowing that tribulation worketh patience. I've read this before somewhere. Hallelujah. I can tell you right now, I see that Miss Rachel, that's what the church will probably call her. They call it 80, Miss 80. And that's probably what your title will be, is Miss Rachel. And I can tell she's had lots of tribulations. Her patience is great. I got to torment him because he's going to be getting this pulpit. I will come back. Next verse, listen. Patience, experience. And experience, hope. Listen to it. Keep going. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given unto us. Now let me tell you something. You'll only receive the baptism of the Holy Ghost by faith. Just attending church doesn't give you the Holy Ghost. Just walking up to this altar doesn't give you the Holy Ghost. That's what a lot of churches preach, but that's not Pentecost. Pentecost, we're supposed to believe, though some don't anymore, that you need the baptism of the Holy Ghost with the evidence of speaking in an unknown tongue. That is the Word of God. That is the Word of God. We need to surrender to that. There is access in this house. We got Robin over here. I'll pick on him a little bit. Good to see him tonight. And the day he came up here, he really had no experience, didn't know what was happening, right? If he hadn't known, he might not have never left his seat. But he came up and stood in this altar. I don't know, third time or whatever it was, fourth time, somewhere around here. And he stood in this altar. And the power of God hit his life. How did that happen? Did it happen because of him? No. It happened because of you. We've got the door. He made an access here for the glory of God to minister in this building. Right? He stood here and tears running down his face, talking in an unknown tongue that he didn't have a clue what was going on. So how do you know that's real? Well, I don't think he faked it. I think things are pretty real. You want me to tell you how I really knew it was real? Anybody here want to know how I knew it was really real? No? You don't want to know? Anybody? Huh? You want to know? Why? Can I tell the Robin why I knew it was really real? Is it okay? It's his story. I love telling other people's stories. He came here, and Robin's a drummer. Now, it's never worked out yet that he has drummed. But it could happen at any time. Right? And so, he came up to this altar, and he's worshiping God and praising God and everything. But when he came to the church, he had a little earring in his ear. You don't mind me telling us? Okay. Now, he had a little earring in his ear. Now, I'm against that. Just so you don't misread me. You know what I mean? I don't think that's right. Right? So anyway, I want to play drums. So what do? I don't know him really well. Seems like a nice guy, but I really don't know him. And so I look at him and I say, Robin, I just got a favor dance. I said, this is my platform. I like to try to keep it clean. And I got certain ideas that maybe everybody don't agree with them, but it's who I am. And I said, Robin, would you mind taking that earring? There was no animosity. There was no, I didn't feel his spirit didn't rise up against me. He didn't get angry with me. And I think it was another service, right? It was a couple services after that. He came up to this altar, I believe it was. And I'm coming over, or he beckoned me over, I don't know which it was. And he handed me this little piece of gold. Now, maybe you don't like to hear this, but I'm talking about access. And he passed it to me, and he said, here, Pastor. Here it is. I don't need more of this. Right? You've probably experienced different things like that too, Pastor, and all this stuff. That's how I know that the Holy Ghost was real. Yes. When God filled it. Yes. You see, God's given us those opportunities, that access. Listen, verse 6. Listen. This is the last verse of this text. I've got 5 more, but don't worry about it. For when we were yet without strength. I don't like the feeling of not having any strength. It's been really a nightmare for me over the past 3 months or whatever it's been, because I haven't had any strength. I was at a point I could not pull the tab off of pudding. Now maybe it was God holding on saying, preacher, do not eat that pudding. But I didn't have enough strength to open that up. I didn't have enough strength to open up a bed. That you easily ripped open. My strength was completely gone. As I'm not even at full strength tonight. This is the first time I've preached in the evening. And how long? 3 months, I don't know. It's been a while. And I've gone all day today. But God's good. Yes. So I hate it when there's no strength. I've always had strength. I've always been had an ability to keep going and going and going and going. And I remember as a young man, as a young person, we'd have walkathons. I never ever did a walkathon. I was always a runathon. And if I didn't get there first, after 20 miles, there was something wrong. Because I would run, I had a system. And I told Alan Amy about this. I've been thinking about Alan a little bit. I said I had a system. I'd run, until that pain came in my side. Anybody here has ever experienced that? That pain come in your side? Then I would walk one high rope. Then I started running again. And then when the pain came back, I stopped walking. I never did stop. I never stopped. I only stopped at the store for a chocolate bar. That was it. That was it. Around 3 poles and water pole. I beat the preacher. I'm 14 years old. That first time, 14. And the preacher was something like 22. The pastor was about 22. And he raised a lot of money, and I pushed hard, right, to raise some money for missions. But I beat him. I won the race. Everybody was way behind. I don't know how short a time I used to remember. I can't remember no more. Right? My brain's tired, so I don't remember that. In due time, Christ died for the ungodly. You see, when people come to God, when they're ready to come to God, you know why they're ready? Because they're out of strength. We've got people living around us everywhere that's out of strength. Sin is ravaged and tore down and beat them down. And they got no more fight left in them. They just give in to whatever comes their way. They've gotten weary, and their strength is less and less and less. And because of that, God will direct them to a place that has access. Does anybody believe in what I'm saying? I believe with all my heart that more people come to church because you're praying than the doors that you knock on. Sure. We've hit so many programs in Pentecost, and we've done so many things over the years to try to bring people to church that the very thing that actually works, we quit doing. We have no urgency for it. I've even watched it in some of you on Monday nights. Ooh, quiet. Am I doing okay, brother? Am I preaching all right? It's good? We need to pray. We need to seek the face of God. Because if we don't, the access will close out. It'll just shut down. There won't be anything else. Ephesians 3:12, in whom we have boldness and access with confidence by the faith of Him. Here are the 3 things. In whom, in whom we have boldness and access and confidence. By what? Faith. By faith. You want to see something great happen here with the Langs? You want to see something happen to your families and in this church? Then why don't you start exercising faith? Step out in faith. Believe God in faith. Revelation 3:8, listen to this now. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door. We were in the Bible before we was ever built. No man can shut it, for thou hast a little strength. In other words, you had a little bit of faith, and so the door's still open. And has kept my word, and has not denied my name. We can only keep the word of God, and we can only praise His name and lift up His name because of the faith and the confidence that you built in your life through the anointing of the Holy Ghost. It cannot happen any other way. When people let that go, they lose that access. They begin to deny the word. And let's change it up. It don't mean this. And oh, we don't need that today. You know, Jesus' day had it, and the early church had it, but we've grown past that. You know how many people I've met over the years that were really good Pentecostal people and filled with the Holy Ghost, and somewhere along the line they grew past that. They told me, we don't need that anymore. We've grown past that. I pray to God I never grow past the anointing of the Holy Ghost, the power of the anointing of the Lord. I don't want to ever grow. That's what you call growing. I want to stop growing tonight. And I want to keep that anointing of God in my soul and in my spirit. And challenge. My method has been, Pastor Wayne's might be a little different, but my method has been to either make you glad or to make you mad. I'm not looking for any in between. I don't want lukewarmness. I'd rather have you mad at me